Hi, and welcome to TalkRx with Dr. Neha. Today I have a special guest. We're in New Zealand. This is Suze, or Suzanne. She's our guest who is a brave soul and willing to ask her questions so that all of you can learn. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Yes.
And welcome to New Zealand.
Oh, thank you. It's been such a wonderful, wonderful trip. So tell me, what have you been thinking about?
I was really touched by your conference talk yesterday, and it got me thinking a lot about communicating with myself, because I think we can be very good at noticing things around us, but we're not very good at noticing things about ourselves. And one of the things that I've been thinking about is what's my purpose, what's my thing, what's my focus for the next wee while in my life, and trying to work out what that is. And I haven't managed to come up with anything. So I keep thinking, I'm not listening to myself well enough.
Yeah. Well, first of all, tell me what you currently do. What do you do right now?
I'm an experienced designer.
Okay. And what does that mean?
It basically is using human-centered design or design thinking methods to help organisations design great experiences for their customers. So it might be a product or a service or anything really. It's all about putting the customer at the heart of what you're designing for them.
Oh, that's fun. All right, so tell me what you like about that. What do you like about it?
I love the people aspect of it because it's all about giving people a voice. It's all about understanding what they need, what they want, what bugs them, what they'd like done differently.
Yeah. So one thing that's really important to know is I think through our lives, what gives us meaning and purpose evolves. For me, it evolves about each each decade. I'm a little bit different on what's important to me and what I value. So the first thing I'm going to say is you're probably pretty good at your job. Let me tell you why I'm going to say that. Because you're outward focused. You told me you're very good at tuning in to what other people need, not as good at tuning in here. Then when you told me what you do, you design experiences for other people and getting to the heart of their clients and their customers. So this superpower that you have, it's what makes you good at your job. So of course you're going to be, really good at that, right? So the first thing we want to do is honor that superpower in you. Okay?
Okay.
All right. Now, sometimes you have to work long hours and long days and meet deadlines and all of that. So did it serve you not to be tuned into you and instead be tuned into other and work and all of this?
Yeah, I mean, my work can be quite intense at times. I wouldn't say I work horrendously long hours,
great.
but I have a family and family commitments and things like that.
You have a job too when you get home.
Yeah. My friend says I'm the sandwich generation because I have a young son and I have elderly parents. So I kind of care for both extremes of the life cycle.
Okay, so tell me, is there something in you saying, I enjoy what I do, and there's something more? Is that why you're asking the question?
Yeah, I guess particularly over the last couple of days and listening to such inspiring people like yourself talk about what they do and the journey that you've gone through to get there and to realise what your kind of purpose or your calling is, even if it's just for right now. It just resonated because I've kind of been thinking, what is my bigger purpose? And I can't seem to work that out.
Okay. And so how do I make a difference? So tell me what other superpowers you have, because I know you've got some. You're very able to focus outward. You're very able to create customer experiences for others and tune into their needs and wants.
I'm a planner.
So you're organized.
When I saw your slide with all the post-it notes on it when you were talking about the levels of listening yesterday, I laughed a lot inwardly.
You're like, that's what it looks like inside my head.
Yeah, pretty much. And outside sometimes too.
That's amazing. Okay, so you have the gift of organization. You have the gift of being tuned into others. And so now what you're thinking is, how do I tune inward to take the gifts of being able to be organized in the external world and tap into others? Now I want to tap into me.
And you know what's really weird? You talk about those things being my gifts. I've never thought about them like that before. It's just what I do. Yeah.
Oh, it's your superpowers, darling.
Okay.
Yeah, because I would not describe myself that way. I would not say that I am organized like that, that I can see, things are put in, that my brain works that way. And so the beauty is I would need to work with someone like you, right? But now the question is, what lights you up, right? So I want you to tell me about a time when you were on fire. You know that song, Girls on Fire, right? This girl is on fire. So tell me about a time when you were really jazzed, you were really excited, when something really felt important to you, an experience, an accomplishment, just like a peak in your life.
A work thing or a personal thing?
Anything.
See, that's part of the problem. I kind of feel like it's been a while since I've had that kind of feeling.
Dig back then. Go back.
I can think of one thing just really recently. It was a work thing.
Okay.
And we'd finished this project and we had to do a big debrief.
Yeah.
And there was a lot of people in the room for that debrief. And I had to tell them the story of this experience that we'd all crafted together. And I love telling those types of stories. I love pulling things together, and I've just thought of another one that's even better.
Okay, tell me.
I was asked to do this thing.
So hold on 1 second. So all of you may hear other noises. I just want you to know we're filming live where World Women 17 is happening. So when you hear other noises, it's because we're in a conference center filming live.
Last year I had to do a development thing for work. So all the people at my level got asked to prepare something to present to the senior leadership at my company. And I was really terrified about doing that. And when I get really terrified about something, I tend to spend a lot of time preparing because it makes me feel more comfortable.
Yeah.
Classic organizer.
Because you're a planner.
Yeah,
yes.
yeah. And it was all about, I guess, sharing with them what was important to you, your skills, your expertise, where you've come from and where you want to go. And I thought long and hard about how to do this. So I really like writing. So I decided to kind of write my story of my life. Which was awesome. I'd never really done anything like that before. And then I made a big photo album with photos. And I prepared like you wouldn't believe. And I went into that session, and it was just incredible. Being able to tell my story, and actually as I was doing that, realising things I hadn't realised about myself. It was really powerful. I still haven't worked out what the future looks like, but it really helped me think a lot about how I got to where I am and why I made the choices I made.
All right, so what I hear you value is integration, is the creativity around creating a story, storytelling for sure. Also in both of those examples, presenting to people, the connection that you get from presenting and speaking.
Even though it terrifies me sometimes.
But it's the things that scare us the most that show us that that's what's next.
Right, okay. Yep.
That we're scared because truth is there. You're on the edge of what is true for your heart, right?
Yep.
Your superpowers include storytelling, integration, creativity, organization, and being tuned into your audience. And you seem very tuned into yourself when you can tell a story. And so it sounds like writing and presenting, speaking, are some arenas that, have you spent much time there?
A little. I mean, one of my biggest fears is doing something like a conference.
Yep.
I'm kind of happy speaking or storytelling, as you put it, in smaller audiences.
Yep.
But I have this fear is around getting up and speaking at a conference, and I so need to knock that off somehow.
Yeah, well, I know what's next. I know what's next. Here we go. So thank you so much. So for any of you that are curious about what's next for you, figure out first what your superpowers are. Then tell a story to yourself, or tell it to someone else, or write a story to yourself about a time when something was really meaningful to you. And then listen below the words for what you value about that, because there's some hidden gems there. And then start to ask how these things can go together and how they might lead you. And if it terrifies you, you know you're getting warm to what matters most.
Okay.
Right? Because when you start to feel emotion about something, you know that, oh yeah, I'm getting warmer there. So any take-homes for you? Takeaways?
Yeah, so I guess feel the fear and do it anyway, as they say.
Yeah.
And yeah, I guess just listen to yourself more and trust yourself more in terms of some of that intuition. And talk about this stuff, right? Because I think I've learnt more about myself in this 5 minutes than I've spent a lot of time and a little bit of money trying to work this out. So, yeah.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Thank you so much. And for any of you that have a comment about this or want to share with us, we'd love to hear your comments below on the blog. And if you have a question that you'd like me to address in a future video blog, drop me a tweet at #AskDrNeha, AskDoctorNeha. And Suze, thank you so much for coming.
Thanks a lot, Neha.